What is going on, everybody? I'm yours truly, King Chris. Welcome back to my channel. Hope this video right here finds everyone doing well. You're in a positive place. Your space is positive. Energy going inside of you and around you. And you're just feeling good. And you're great. And you're going to be great. Yes. And if you're having a bad day, you're in a bad moment, please don't go nobody on else's up. Just don't do it. Go ahead and get into this Starbucks if you're having a bad day. Just jump right into this Starbucks off coffee, iced coffee. Jump right into it and sip on it and relax and clear your mind before you go out into the world. Because you don't want nobody else day up because you're having a bad one. You just don't. Just don't do it. Now, Royals, what is this video all about? There was an intruder in my home. There was an intruder in my home. Let's get into this video. Let's get into it. But before we go any further, please make certain that you like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, ring the bell so that you can keep up to date with all my videos. Yeah. That's what's up. Now let's get into this video. My home was broken into. There was an intruder in my house. I was actually in the house sleeping. Came home, went to an event that evening. Came home, went upstairs, took a sleeping incentive because I was sleepy. I was tired, just wasn't feeling good, and so let's back up. So after I left the event that I went to on that day when my home got broken into, I came home. I had stopped by the store and I brought a bottle of wine. I brought the I can't even remember the wine that I brought now. Oh, the Teleport. I brought the Teleport wine. Never had the wine before, but everyone's been talking about it. It's a cheaper brand of wine, but everyone's just like, it's so good. You got to try it. So I decided to go and purchase a bottle of the Teleport. Brought the Teleport into the house, put it in the refrigerator. My intentions was to maybe get up about 2 o'clock in the morning and have me a glass of red wine and work on some YouTube videos. And so that was my intentions. So went upstairs, took something for a migraine headache. I just wasn't feeling good. I was tired, wanted to go to sleep. I sleep with the television on or either the radio on. So I had the television radio on, the cable channel where you can just play the music. I had that going on, kind of had it up to like medium to high. And ever since I was little, I always have this thing where I like to sleep with my room door locked. It's just a safety or security for me or something like that. I don't know. It's just something that I always do. So went to bed. Probably got into bed around about, I want to say at least had to be around about 4:30, 5 o'clock when I got into bed. And woke up around about like 10, like 10:30-ish, 10:30-ish, something like that. Came downstairs to actually just get a drink of water. I was thirsty, was sleeping. I wanted some water. So when I walked into the kitchen, there was a big bug, a fly bug, one of the insects that flies, an insect that flies, was in the kitchen. So I'm just like, where's this bug come from? So of course I'm short, so I get the broom because it's at the top of the ceiling. So I get the broom and I go to squash the bug so that it can fall in that with intentions of killing it. So I accomplished that, and then as I turned around, I realized that my the blind that sits on the window there, it was over the window mantelpiece. The blind was hanging down. I never touched that window. So I'm like, okay, so why is this blind hanging down? So I go over there, the blind's hanging down, and I realized that the window is broken. There's glass like over the window mantelpiece, and there's just a little bit of glass on the floor, but I didn't look down because prior to turning around, after I killed the bug, I just kind of turned around and glanced, and I seen that the blind was over the mantelpiece. So I went there, and I realized that the blind that there was a hole in the window. There were glass. I never go in that window. I never touch that window. So I called my father, and my father was like, "Well, call the police." And I was like, I'm not gonna call the police. Maybe the window was broken when I came in. Maybe one of the kids broke it or something like that. And it was really hot that day. So I was like, maybe, the sun broke it. I'm not sure. But I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna call the police. I'm okay. So that was pretty much that. Got up, as I said, about 2 o'clock in the morning, AM, to come downstairs. I was getting ready to, have my glass of wine and work on some YouTube videos. So when I opened the refrigerator, I realized that the bottle of wine I brought was not there. So I continued to look, and I'm just like, okay, I see the black bag that the wine was put in when I purchased it from the store. It was in the trash can. So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I thought I brought it in. Maybe I did. Maybe I left it in the vehicle. So I set my keys on in this little glass container that I have sitting on the counter. I set my keys in there all the time. So, because I'm really bad with keys, I'm always losing keys, always misplacing keys. So I turn around to look in there. My keys is not there. I'm just like, okay. So I go upstairs and I begin to look through the pants that I had on that day when I went out. The keys are not in there. So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I locked the keys in the car, because I do remember when I came in, I remember going back to my vehicle because I left my wallet in my vehicle. So I remember going back out to get my wallet out the vehicle. And when I went to get my wallet out the vehicle, my wallet was in the glove compartment. And so I was like, well, maybe I locked the keys in the vehicle. That's a big possibility that I locked the keys in the vehicle. So I get my phone, and on your phone how you have your little flashlight. So it's probably about maybe about 3 something, maybe 4 something now in the morning. So I'm taking the flashlight and I'm looking, in the car, trying to look in between the seats because I'm standing outside, remember, because I don't have the keys. And I don't see any keys. So I'm thinking, well, I probably locked the keys in the glove compartment when I went to retrieve my wallet. So I come back in the house and I kind of look a little bit more in the closet or whatever, because I remember taking my pants off and just like throwing them on this little thing that I have in my closet instead of hanging them up. I just kind of like laid them across there. So I was thinking maybe, the keys might have fell down out of my pocket or something like that. So I can kind of continue to look, and then it starts to get around about 5, 6 o'clock or something like that in the morning. So my intentions is, you know what? I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take a nap. I'll get up in the morning. I'll deal with the keys. I'll deal with the window. So by the time I got up, it probably was about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So by then the window was being fixed in the kitchen. And I kind of like started to look for the keys again. And oh my God, excuse me. All right, I apologize. I'm back. Got something going on in the oven, and I can smell it starting to burn. All right, back to the story time. So, all right. So, the window was being fixed, and I continued to kind of like look for my keys, went outside and looked for my keys again, didn't see it. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I got to call a locksmith to get my keys out of the car, because I'm insisting that my keys are left in my vehicle. So I call the locksmith. The locksmith comes. He unlocks the car. There are no keys. The keys is absolutely nowhere in my car. So me and the locksmith kind of like, he was like, "You don't see your keys?" And I was like, "No." And so I kind of tell him, like sort of what happened, what was going on. And he told me, "Well, go check your window." And I'm like, he said, "See if the window will come up." And I'm like, "I can go check it, but the guy's already fixed the window. The window was already repaired." Well, he says, "Go see if the window can come up." So I go and I go check the window. He's still helping me look for the keys in the vehicle. So I come back out. I tell him no. He was like, "Well, man, somebody might have been in your house." He was like, "I suggest that you call the police." And I'm like, "Okay." So I come in. I call the police. Call the police. The police comes and he kind of like walks through the house. I tell him what happened. He tells me that where I live at, probably like 3 houses or townhouses back from where I live at, had got broken into like a couple weeks ago, and one home got broken into, and I believe they caught someone in their house. So that was a little bit scary, knowing that they broke into the house. They took my keys because I could not find the keys. I continued to look for the keys. The keys were gone. So now they took my vehicle keys and they took the bottle of wine, which is totally crazy. And I'm just like, why the wine and why the keys and why you didn't take the vehicle? Like it just doesn't make any sense. So we continue to look. The police come. The police take the report, and he tells me that. And it's just a really scary thing knowing that someone been into my home and I was sleeping. Very bizarre story, but it was just it's real scary. And so it took me a little while to be able to get myself back being comfortable and being in my own home. So I went and got a burglar alarm. Now let's talk about the vehicle. So of course the keys were gone. Couldn't find the keys. It was just crazy. So that Sunday night, my neighbor and I had my father's car, my father's vehicle, and my neighbor's vehicle. We blocked my car in, my vehicle in, so that no one could get the vehicle because we don't have the keys. And I swear, and maybe it was just my nerves, but I swear that Sunday night, I heard someone triggering the alarm on my vehicle, but they couldn't get the vehicle out because we had the vehicle blocked in with cars, so they couldn't get the vehicle out. And that was just really crazy. So I had to end up going to the car dealership. I had to get a key made. And after I got the key made, I had to come back, call the locksmith. The locksmith had to come and rekey my whole entire vehicle. I had to get the entry door rekeyed. Thank God I've only had one lock on my door where you can actually use the key. It's only one lock on the outside of the door. So he rekeyed that. He had to rekey the ignition. And then after he rekeyed the ignition, I had to go and get another keypad for the car. So altogether, that was like $300 and some for my car try not to get my vehicle stolen, I guess that's what you could say. Like, it was crazy. Got a house alarm. So I feel a little bit more better, but I'm still not totally comfortable again yet. I've been praying my way through that because I just thank God that it could have been worse. I just thank God that they could have took my car. Thank God that he did not allow them to take my vehicle. And thank God that when they came in, that I didn't come down the stairs or they didn't come in the room. I can't say whether they tried to get into the room or anything like that. I sleep really hard when I'm sleeping, but I just thank God that he protect me through this entire situation. It was a very scary process after it happened. The process of just processing everything of what concurred was very scary, and it's still very overwhelming. It's still scary. Sometimes I'm still a little nervous, but God says no weapons formed against you shall prosper. He says that he will protect his children. He will protect his child. So that's what I believe. I'm under the coverings of him. But ladies and gentlemen, mans, boys, girls, please make certain that you are protecting yourself, protecting your home, get you a burglar alarm, do what you need to do to protect your space. It's very heartbreaking, and it's just such a really scary feeling to feel that I've been violated. Someone came into my space. But I just thank God that God was there to protect me and to cover me, because the situation could have ended up worse. I could have been dead. I could have lost my life. They could have actually taken my vehicle. And the crazy and the bizarre thing about it is that the key that they took to my vehicle was a vehicle that like I had just purchased the week before. I think maybe I was into maybe like a week of having the vehicle. And now I just purchased this new vehicle. Now I got to go buy all together with him changing the ignitions and getting the key pad rekeyed and things like that. I had to spend $300 on a brand new car that I just got. So that was crazy. And then I had to get security. But the moral of this story is just please make certain that you're protecting yourself. Protect your home, protect your space, stay prayed up, because thank God that I was prayed up and I didn't have to try to get prayed up, because he protected me. He protected me. He shielded me. He really did, because it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And I just thank God for that. I just thank him for that. And I'm sharing this with you to let you know, protect yourself, protect your home, stay prayed up, because you never know when you're going to need that prayer. And I just thank God for protecting me. It was a very scary moment in my life, and it's still very scary, and it's still a little nervous when I come in and out the house, and sometimes when I'm laying upstairs. But I just say, God, continue to protect me, continue to surround your arms around me. And that's what he did. And I just thank God. Like I told you, if I know nothing else, I know that prayer works. And in this situation, prayer worked. He worked. He protected me. He gave me another life. He protected the vehicle. They came back for the vehicle that next night, but they wasn't able to get it because God said that they wasn't going to get it. God said it. And when he says it, it's nothing that no one can do, nothing at all that they can do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. There was an intruder in my house when I was upstairs sleeping, but no weapon formed against me shall prosper. God protect me, and he made me get through it. Until we meet again, please make certain that you're subscribing, like, share, thumbs up, ring the bell so that you can keep the update with all my videos. Thank you so much, Royals, for joining me. Until we meet again, mwah, may God bless. Keep praying. And if you're in a bad mood or you're not having a good day, please do not nobody on else's up. Just don't do it. Until we meet again, may God bless. Thanks for joining this story time.